$1 million or more used to be considered a sign of great wealth, but that is no longer the case. Even if being a millionaire does not guarantee a lavish lifestyle, it should still be enough to live comfortably with a sizable amount of discretionary income. In fact, $1 million may not even be enough to retire in many cases. In some cases, some clever strategies could stretch those $1 million much further. Fortunately, once you become a millionaire, it's incredibly easy to achieve the second, third, and fourth million. What steps need to be taken right now to get there? Welcome to Cashflow Canvas, where we teach lessons about investment and money-saving techniques. If you want to make your financial future better, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. A widespread fallacy is that just because someone has a net worth, they are wealthy. A net worth of $1 million means that they have $1 million in their bank account waiting to be spent. A net worth of $1 million is defined by the total value of all assets, such as a house, cars, jewelry, bank accounts, retirement accounts, and so on. Tens of thousands of dollars in retirement. This includes any 401 funds, IRA, Roth IRA, or something similar, such as a brokerage account with $200,000 in home equity. Chances are that they own a home with a decent amount of equity, $100,000 saved. This includes funds set aside in an emergency fund in a savings account, as well as any money saved for a purchase, such as a vacation or house improvements, college tuition for the children, or a new car. $100,000 in vehicles, principally cars and trucks, but also boats, campers, and any recreational vehicle such as motorcycles, ATVs, snowmobiles, jet skis, and so forth, for a total of $50,000. If this person retired today with their wealth allocated as such, how much could they expect to earn in retirement income? Surely, someone with a net worth of $1 million would have enough to retire, even if it wasn't in the form of jewelry, watches, electronics, clothing, or any other uncategorized items that they own. Exactly, be luxurious, correct? Experts normally recommend a 4% withdrawal rate during retirement, which means you can comfortably withdraw 4% of your retirement assets each year with annual inflation adjustments utilizing this recommendation. $550,000 in retirement savings would yield a meager $22,000 in annual income, not nearly enough to cover living expenses. It is critical to arrange for taxes prior to retiring in order to maximize your savings. You'd think that someone with such wealth wouldn't have a budget and could spend their money whenever and however they wanted, but this is rarely the case. These people earn average wages and they have budgets. Limit their spending to how much they can earn. In fact, they spend less than they earn because they prioritize saving and investing. This is what enabled them to build wealth in the first place and has allowed them to continue to grow wealthier. This means that for someone earning $100,000 per year, they spend less than $100,000. Regardless of their personal worth, they will most likely spend less than $80,000. When these spending patterns are compared to someone who earns $100,000 per year and has a relatively tiny net worth, it is simple to see the impact of reduced spending. $1 million is simply not worth what it used to be because of inflation, the rise in the prices of goods and services, and the decline in the purchasing power of the dollar over time. Just look at how the cost of everyday items has risen over the last few years. Seemingly everything has spiked in cost, from housing to used cars to groceries. While these recent price jumps are unusual, making it much more difficult to get by with the same amount of income. The average long-term inflation rate is about 4%, which means that the cost of items rises about 4% every year. According to this metric, the dollar halved in value every 18 years. So an item that costs $100 today will cost $200 in 18 years. Housing costs consume the largest portion of the average budget, but that doesn't mean they have to consume yours. Carefully consider where you'll live and don't buy or rent more of a home than is necessary. This will only result in a decreased quality of life due to additional financial strain. Don't fall into the trap of believing that spending money will inevitably result in abundant happiness. Instead, employ inventive house hacking tactics to live for free and possibly earn a substantial profit. A new automobile and weekly shopping sprees are enjoyable, but they will not keep you happy for long. The behavior of living below your means will. Not spending more than necessary will stretch your income exponentially further. You'd be relieved to learn that the first million is the most difficult, and that once you've achieved it, the second, third, and fourth will come much faster and much easier. Compound interest really begins to accelerate and work in your favor, making it easier and easier to provide significant investment returns. If you put $5,000 in the S&P 500, it will only take an average of 7 years for it to double and turn into $1 million. It will then change into $2 million in another 7 years and $4 million in another 7 years on average with no fees. Additional funding. If the thought of becoming a millionaire overwhelms you, it's not as difficult as you might think. With a series of strategic moves, you could achieve your first million without a crazy high income or an extreme amount of luck by purchasing a home with a small down payment and generating income from the property. Eliminating your home costs is similar to a cheat code. It will free up your money for investment while also building wealth through home ownership. The return on your down payment may considerably exceed what you could earn in the stock market, and your housing expenses will be eliminated. Consider someone who has no money and begins investing $13,000 each year. If they continued to invest this amount in the S&P 500 for 30 years with inflation adjustments, they would have $1,043,000. This does not include any other savings or investments. If they had purchased a home at the same time they began investing, they could own that home free and clear with a 30-year mortgage. It would also have been considerably easier to invest every month by employing a house hacking method that resulted in little to no housing expense. Simply following these two procedures makes becoming wealthy quite simple. Being a millionaire is an honor that requires commitment and dedication, but it will not afford the opulent lifestyle that it once did. In previous years, someone with a net worth of $1 million could enjoy a comfortable retirement if they spent it wisely, despite inflation eroding the purchasing power of the dollar. If you make wise choices and are intentional with your money, you'd be surprised at how far and how easily $1 million will get you. It is possible to grow it. As we conclude, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you found value in this video and learned something new, and I look forward to seeing you in our future videos. I would deeply value it if you could like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us to create more valuable content, and we can work together to secure your financial future. What are the key takeaways from this video that you can share in the comment section?